Hello everyone, Agion here, another Come to Heroes 2 replay. Spawn the south side as the Soviet Union. We have Blackstorm, his ally, RedT3rro, as the UKF spawn as their opponent. We have Sturmpanther as the OKW, and we have S and Overlord. Note these are all S from the SoE clan. This is the fall balance preview patch as well. So this kind of looks like the best way to test it out is by playing it. And they all chose, and they all clan members. So it's a bit of a civil war, I guess, on the fall balance preview. This map is notorious, known for heavily focused around Elephant and Sturmpanther, well, maybe Sturmpanther, and Jagdtiger. So let's just see how this is going to play out. We do got the infantry section behind the heavy cover versus the Sturmpanther behind heavy cover. Though Sturmpanthers are better at mid-range, and they will force those units into the head garrison. Pioneers over here. You got MG along with Grenadiers over here, so pretty standard build. We do got Vickers over here. Looks like just pretty standard build as overall. We do got the Land Mattress and Mobile Assault, special weapons for the Croc, and we got Vanguard for the Croc. Over here we have the Soviet player. We got the Soviet Combined Arms. We may see some artillery action. Guard motor, pretty common, and mechanized support. I hear the Kupferwagen engaging with the reduced armor now can actually reasonably be pushed away. We do got over here. We still got Lightning War. I don't think super close air support was adjusted. Should be, but it isn't. We also got German mechanized, very uncommon, but probably for the artillery, as well as the LMG Gren group that may come in handy. Note the LMG Grens did receive in the winter balance preview no longer have that additional range, I believe, for the grenade at efficiency 3. And we have Jaeger armor. We most likely will see that for the Elephant. Over here we got Scavenge, special weapons, and Breakthrough. I have a good feeling there's going to be one Jagdtiger or Elephant. We do got the Maxim inside this building. While it's usually bad for any other unit other than a machine gun group, the Maxim was also slightly buffed because the suppression was just a little bit too low to be effective. Now it's reasonably suppressing. We got MG42 over here. We'll suppress those units. Ooh, these guys are on open ground. They will still receive quite a bit of damage from the Kupferwagen. This unit's very low in health. We'll treat it back nice and timely. Most likely he will get some medics soon. He does in fact have the upgrade for it, though these guys are just not in territory to be upgraded. And he's trying to use the sandbag trick. Very, very mean. But luckily these are all from the same clan, so like, haha, you got me. Or at least I assume so. I can't really say because I've never really been part of a clan. Oh, they really want to. Ooh. Oh, just barely wins out. We'll manage to burn out that house. Multiple Maxim spam, in fact. No conscripts. In fact, he went for straight up Maxim. Increased accuracy, experience, and rate of fire. Isn't not the bronze, but the silver training, doesn't that increase accuracy by 3%? I know gold, it reduces reload, so if it's... Ooh! If it is a 3% reload, because that may be a slight oversight, repositions, but you can actually engage that safely. Oh! Excluding the mortar. MG42 repositioned to this house, trying to help cover this VP. Would manage to suppress this Maxim team. Ooh, multiple mortars. We got 2 Wehrmacht mortars. You saw the Maxim spam. Dual mortar is a very good counter to it.
A squad of pioneers has arrived.
Got some Royal Engineers here as well. We've got a bunker being set up, but it's very low health unit. He may be actually eyeing to get medics there instead of having his out-teammate research medics just to help reduce manpower. Oh, very low health, very low health. We'll lose one model then. We'll retreat back with 2 models left. That's actually a very good idea. And we just got a... Holy crap, these Wehrmacht mortars are really raining in. Wehrmacht mortars tend to be the best in the game, excluding the old mortar pit, now the new mortar pit. I haven't really tried it out myself, but it seems like it's reasonably balanced. Seems like. Personally, I would just say a mobile mortar would be a better option. And allow the garrison inside the trenches. And let all mortars garrison inside trenches. But that's just my opinion. We do in fact have the medic upgrade over here and allowing his teammate not to use the fuel, using this munitions instead. Very interesting. He could go ahead and also deploy some medics back here for his teammates so he doesn't have to worry about running forward all the way over here. You also got here a Lag. The Lag now does have the reduced range, but does have direct fire for our Veteran C1 ability. We'll get a nice hit right there. Ooh, we got a mortar being rained in over here. It looks like a mortar pit. You know what they could do? They could go ahead and remove one of the symbols of the mortar and then switch it to the dual mortar symbol when upgrading the dual mortar. You got a Vigorous here. Now it's at Veteran C1, so it has an increased suppression range. So now it's a very powerful MG.
A gun crew has been lost.
Quite a bit of suppression still here, and not a second, they can't really push out because what's up with the AT gun just firing it? I was like just understating that. Doesn't really, not too effective at that, but I guess if it's not going to hit vehicles, might as well shoot blindly at infantry, I guess. Ooh. Looks like we do got the artillery call in over here, somewhere around here. Oh, just the lag I'm hearing. And this bunker's almost down, receiving a huge amount of fire. We got the Vulcan Warfare stealthing in to capture up the point. We'll in fact destroy that trench. Oh, he's hitting the medic bunker. That is very necessary. And somehow he's actually being spotted. That's how he's getting accurate shots. If it was just force fire ground, he would have definitely hit this terrain in front. Destroying that medical bunker is important because now his opponent must research the medics over here. Still got no doctrinal lock-ins. And Faust increased range. You don't see that very often. More and more mortars being rained in from both sides. I wonder, is now reduces cooldown creeping barrage. I'm pretty sure before it was Veteran C1 unlocks a smoke barrage, but now it just reduces cooldown. And now the smoke barrage is also available, not through Veteran C, not just generally available, allowing more smoke for the OKW for British. You know, so they've been needing more smoke options. In fact, they really didn't have any. These mortars just raining the house. This squad needs to pull back sooner rather than later. This PM... This is a Soviet-built mortar, not a captured mortar, but a Soviet-built mortar is now available. Receiving a couple friendly fire hits there is a bit problematic. We got the Like now raining on in. Ooh, very low in health, very low in health. They actually made... That was still from the barrage, actually, I believe, from the British mortar. We got a nice flank here with the T-70, receiving direct hits on the mortar itself. No AT guns out. There is a Kenworth. We spotted that earlier, but was forced to fall back. No AT gun over here. There is a sniper. And you got this Maxim in this house. This is actually quite important. Now this Maxim has cover over this medical HQ. It starts slowly whittling at these weapon teams, but there's so much indirect fire this squad needs to be displaced, which is very nice. You got this truck ops eyeing for our Sturmpanther headquarters. Does have well enough fuel. Over here we do got Battle Phase 2 and the structure for it built. So most likely we'll see a Panzer IV soon. But how now the AT gun's now hitting the medical HQ. These Sturmpanters can go ahead and start repairing it up while getting healed up. They're currently not sustaining any damage. Now this Maxim is set up. We'll displace these combat engineers. Well, trying to displace combat engineers from Sturmpanters. Now the medical HQ receiving a lot of hits. Granted, even if he does lose, his teammate can always build a medical bunker in his base. So it's not a huge loss losing it, but it is still a loss. But losing that lag isn't another loss. He's currently 4 squads of Volksgrenadier. Does have a significant amount of manpower float, so he has no problem replacing them. And you got a stolen leg. If you can, do it. Ooh! They will get decrewed. Those 25 pounders don't really help either with that. Now I've got the Sturmpanther headquarters setting up. While it's probably not the ideal spot he wanted, it's only far enough for that he can. Ooh, do we see a medical bunker on the way over here? That would be ideal. Volksgrenadier very low in health. Yeah, he really does need that medical bunker. There's no medical bunker here either. He does have plenty of munitions for it, just need a bit more manpower. We do also see a Panzer IV being built. No doctrinal lock-ins, excluding now the Soviet combined arms, so we may in fact see some artillery.
We have a new Panzer IV.
Volksgrenadier are going to get the flank on the Maxim, but getting nailed by that T-70. Do get the lag now reclaimed. Ooh, Pioneer Squad. It was reclaimed by the OKW, not OKW, Austere player. Got some guards here now. Guards, of course, are very potent still. I still wish you can choose not to get that. Oh, double rifle grenade. I still wish you could choose not get PTRSs to help increase their anti-infantry. But we may... There goes the Maxim. These units are very low, all of them. Ooh, mortar pit doing very good amount of work. Sniper has received a couple hits. Do we have a medical bunker? We do not have a medical bunker here or here. He may want to get to that. He has plenty of manpower at the moment and plenty of munition to give his ally a medical bunker as well. No, he redeployed it. He redeployed it. Which I would say his teammate medical bunker could have easily supplemented both of them back at home. Ooh, got a creeping smoke barrage coming on in, which will smoke out this MG team, though I may still be able to see. Looks like the MG34 just got upgraded. Both sides just raining mortars in, which is now with a balance of different mortar pit. These guys do of course have the reduced range, auto attack range. I think the barrage range is still pretty good. Can't remember the exact numbers off my top of my head, but it can defend itself, but doesn't have as much offensive capability as before. And plus now it's cheaper, so now you can just go ahead and not rifle grenade coming out. He will dodge it, will lose the gunner, will probably get out, no problem, however. And you got two flamers here. Ooh, this squad's very low in health. The LMG-42 is still very potent. We'll lose that one entirely. Huge blunder. Or MGs. Are any of these MG-42s? No, they're all Maxims. I think that one's still not. Yeah, it's still Maxim. So quad Maxim. If you attach them all to the back of a truck, and you got a cheap AA weapon called the GAZ something. Historically, anyways. Ooh, Bren teams. I think that may have been a squad wipe. We do have two missing Volksgrenadier entirely, so that may have been a Volks. That looks like a Volks. That is a lot of dead Volks. You got Sherman Firefly out, but getting hit by a Kenwerfer, that's not something he wants to see. But you got a Maxim at point blank. He could go ahead and initiate the suppressive fire, sustained fire. You got the sniper now hitting the Maxim team, very low in health. Ooh, max range Tulips will get some hits, but will wipe out that entire Bren group. The intersection with Bren, so it is a bit of a problem. You got an AA Centaur now coming on out, which I actually believe is actually a Crusader tank, not a Centaur. I think Centaur is actually only equipped with anti-infantry weapons. I think this is actually technically in real life a Crusader tank. Either way. Looks like the mortar team will get decrewed. It is a Veteran C2 1. That is a bit of a loss. It had to reduce scatter from the Veteran C. A lot of Bren fire. Looks like the other mortar team may in fact go down as well. Yes, it will.
We have lost a Granatwerfer squad.
Panzer IV did receive quite a bit of fire, now currently being repaired up by the Sturmpanther and getting reinforced as well. Sniper still alive, currently at 16 kills, start poking away against these Maxims as well as the guards now. So we've got a Panzer IV coming out for the OKW player. He has been losing quite a bit of squads. His opponent, his ally, has been reclaiming some of his support weapons, so that's fine. As long as they keep on firing, doesn't matter who reclaims them. And the population is in favor, let's see, 61, 78, 74, 57, so slightly in favor of the Allies at the moment, but only by 7 in total. You got some Ooh, looks like the sniper is suppressed, however, and the Maxim is hitting the unit. Looks like it has received a couple hits here, but the mortar and light now hitting those groups. Just saw this MG34 did in fact go down. We got the Centaur tank now out on the field. Firefly is here to respawn. It will be able to do some great amount of damage to this Panzer IV. The Brigade Warfare is also here to support, so it can help displace the Firefly along with some Panzerfaust. Looks like the CPs are heavily in favor of the Allies at the moment. Currently at 485 versus 95, but now the capture is in favor of the Axis players. Brents are nailing the Brigade Warfare, but managed to get out without any losses. The Overlords may in fact go down. There's a lot of fire onto them, but we'll just manage to get BI around the house before going down. We've got the Centaur moving forward. Panzer IV will in fact back up. These guys are going for a Panzerfaust. Very dangerous. Very dangerous. Firefly facing the wrong direction, but the turret rotation will soon correct that. Over here, we do got another assault. Looks, ooh, Grenadier almost went down. Vet, you see, 3. Ooh, stun round as well. Too much is happening. Getting tripped up on all my boards. Vet 3 Maxim goes down. There goes the AT gun. Thanks to that stun shot, Woolpaw perhaps did in fact save the Panzer IV. But wait, was it killed while stunned? That may in fact destroyed, unable to use the weapon upon recapture. Weapons like that can no longer be operable once it gets hit by a stun, while decrewed by a stun grenade. I'm not sure about the sniper stun shot. That it works a bit differently. That is, the AT gun may be now dead weight. Slight bug. Artillery being rained in. We do got, in fact, the ML-20 152mm gun howitzer. Raining upon this HQ. This is very powerful, very potent in its position. We got the Panzer IV is now moving over on the left flank, trying to displace these support weapons. We got this reinforcement half-track getting hit by the Panzer IV. May in fact go down. One more shot is all it requires. It will not. But he's going to be run down. We do got the Centaur and the Firefly over here. We do got the bomb strike now available. There goes the reinforcement half-track. And this area is being collapsed upon. It looks like this Maxim, the crew's way far back, getting hit by a death loop animation. Dual Maxim right here. These will suppress these nearby units quite effectively. Don't see any suppressive fire. Sherman Firefly repositioning, but the rolls a miss. Will, however, will be outnumbered, which is a bit of a problem. Looks like the Zis was reclaimed. It was not a dead weight. It was not killed while stunned. Well, I know that deadweight thing usually applies to the machine gun teams that get decrewed by while on the influence of a stun grenade. I'm not sure about actually AT guns 100%. Trying to destroy that building. Might as well, since he's been using that for Maxims. We'll destroy it now. We got two MG34 and MG42. And a captured Maxim as well. The only thing now left to complete that roster is a Browning and a Vickers. And Dish Gun. Looks like we do got the 5-man squad upgrade, one of the most potent upgrades in the game. But still really getting outnumbered. Sherman Firefly does get some very good hits, along with the AT gun. Panzer IV sustaining only could have 2 more hits before death, but the Sherman Firefly is sustaining a huge amount of fire. We do got a call-in over here. It looks like it's the strafing run support. Ooh, but the rockets are hitting the Panzer IV. We'll start the combat blitz out of there. We got a gun run over here. Panzer IV over here engaging. We also do got a howitzer barrage somewhere. AA tank now getting hit. Firefly still in range. Perhaps, maybe not. Look, Sheer Panzer Quarters did in fact shoot down one of the aircraft. Shot down The barrage is actually here onto the mortar pit. Looks like you gotta run over here. It is a reconnaissance overflight. May see a bomb strike somewhere. Over here we got the capturing up units. I'm going briefly club. We got Vanguard called in as well as Scavenge, if you haven't already noticed that. We still got doctrine potential. Oh, we got a bombing strike. I think around here. We'll get the lag and perhaps we'll get the MG team. No, he will reposition just in time. This map is long enough so that way took forever for the aircraft. If you would have done it this way, like this direction, it would have showed up much sooner. In fact, probably 5 seconds sooner. Of course, his opponent's units were lined up that direction. Or at least the ones he wanted to destroy. Let's see. We do got a med bunker over here. No friendly med bunker over here. This structure has been severely damaged. Perhaps he could task his pioneers to repair it. Pioneers are the least impactful engineers in the game, I would say. Combat engineers in rear echelon are better than them. My personal opinion. Because I would say combat engineers are better because they can lay down cheaper mines, which are much more easier to obtain. And Soviets just have massive munitions. We do got the sniper being run down. We do got the Panzer IV here. Panzer IV could go down the T-70. There goes the sniper. We got Grenadiers now pushing forward, but they're running right into the red fire. These 5-man squads are very potent, but he does have a lot of support guns in the area. May see a Panzerfaust. We will see a Panzerfaust. Heavy engineers now moving forward. Heavy engineers! You don't see them all too often. Why getting a good hit? Weapon crew lost. I'm not sure what it was. Heavy engineers do have, I believe, 2 armor. So they will have rounds bounce off, like rifle fire bounce off of them about 50% of the time, making them very resilient. Of course, they move very slowly in combat, and they only have one LMG for long-range firepower. So it's good if you get another machine gun for them. Wasn't the unofficial balance team that made their weapon slot make their sapper MG, well, 1 slot. Warren does. Sorry. My apologies, but I can't. I can only speak English. I only know English. And even then, I can usually screw up my words a lot. Something about flanking an MG. Dual howitzer! Ooh! He has a huge amount of fuel build up, so he could get some T-30. Ideally, I would say at this point, Su-85s to deal with the Tiger tank, now Panzer IV. Panzer IV engaging the Centaur, but there is a supporting Sherman Firefly here, but he can no longer afford both the Strafing Run and Tulips. Usually you want to go one for the other, not really both. These 2 artillery pieces, they're good enough. Oh, wait. He lost this one. He built 3 so far. The scavenge artillery may have taken it out. CP control is in favor of the Axis units. However, the Tigers are still heavily in favor of the Allies. So one big engagement probably would decide the game. We do got a Jagdpanzer coming out. And we already saw the Tiger tank moving around. We do got the doctrine lock-in of the Lightning War. So we do have access to the close air support. So he needs a bit of munitions. We do got the Crocodile moving forward. Crocodile does not have a very good gun. Oh, it's great versus infantry. Recently been nerfed to remove that hidden weapon. He still needs to get People say now with the nerf of the flamer, they want a full powered gun, which actually is quite reasonable. The thing's incredibly expensive, while incredibly resilient, it can still get overwhelmed. You can always go for more Churchills, because he went for heavy engineers, which means anvil. Your unit has sustained a lot of fire. You got the supporting Firefly as well. You got the Zis, however, do got a Panzerfaust. We definitely do got a Panzerfaust. It may in fact go down, but the Zis is still on fire at the moment. Centaur here to support. You got Scavenger Artillery now coming on in. Lightning War is close to declare air support. Ooh, there goes this Centaur is critical in shooting down those aircraft. Now the aircraft can reign supreme. There goes. Nope, that's just the Centaur tank. And you got the Company Heroes Dance of Doom, and will result in mostly a death. There goes the Crocodile. Soon there'll be a triple cap. They have a... The British player is a bit low in fuel, though he still has this VET2 Firefly, which does have enough munitions for a Tulip rocket barrage. Blackstorm has plenty of fuel for assets, but he just needs manpower, so Su-85s will be a prime candidate. Over here we have plenty of fuel for the OKW player. You probably may see a King Tiger perhaps. And over here we do have plenty of fuel for reinforcing Tiger tanks if necessary. He still has the Panzer IV as well, plenty of manpower, just approaching pop cap. He probably is at pop cap once stuff gets reinforced. So he's at a good position. Still got the 2 howitzers alive. He does have now an Su-85. He's getting a large number of engineers. Conscripts at this point in the game, engineers don't really do well in new squads. There goes. Ooh, that must have been a force fire ground. You can fire through the building, just not automatically. I'm sorry, but if anyone wants to translate, they can. I have hard enough trying to speak English. Tiger tank is now pushing forward. The Su-85 is in a very good defensive position. Plenty cover for its side armor, side attacks. Tiger tank sustaining huge amounts of fire. We do got super close air support now coming in and out. There's no Centaur AA tank on the area, so this will start raining in, do massive amount of damage. In order to counter this, I would like to see an M5 half-track upgraded to an AA weapon, but however, that is not a possibility. He's far from the munitions from it. The Icons are trying to chase down the German Firefly, most likely will not get it. Su-85 has the same bit of fire, but not currently be spotted by the aircraft. The Agapons are going in very deep. If he sees this, he could try doing a circle maneuver. He's also... Oh! Nope. Good try, but he cannot fire through objects with the thing. Will roll a hit on his own building. The Su-85, is it responding? Is the Su-85... It's still alive? Yes, it's responding. If he engages the Su-85, he could go in, start engaging. No, he's going to go straight for the rear armor. Rolls another miss. Very close to lining up a shot. We'll use the line of sight blocker. Very nice. We'll get a hit there. Force fires to the ground. We'll hit the trees. Oh, but wait. There goes the mortar pit. This unit, while not doing all too great, has gotten a very good distraction, allowing his units to push forward. Rolls a miss there. Maxim will get displaced. This unit one shot away from death. There's AT mine there. AT mine there. Oh, never mind. Gets destroyed. Still got the 2 howitzers. Though they're a bit vulnerable. No approach and munitions for scavenger artillery. Let me clarify that. German Firefly trying to get repairs on the front line while firing. These heavy engineers are not in combat, so they can repair and will move around at full speed. Population is 50-50, 92-41. So this austere player, while reclaiming all the weapon teams his OKW player has lost, has sustained a pretty good amount of resources as well. And he's very close to getting another Stuka close air support. These artillery pieces can easily help do damage and soften up the vehicle targets, which really helps them with getting them accuracy as well. But hitting them against vehicles is not a half bad idea. Of course, they need to be relatively stationary. Ooh, massive hits onto this team. You may lose that engineer squad. He will lose the Maxim. No, he does not have vision of the max of that flamer team. Sherman Firefly, Adventure 3. Yeah, Adventure 3 does, of course, do additional damage. Ooh, one shot away from death, perhaps. But the mortars may get some very good amount of damage upon the area. We got scavenged, or no, Stuka close air support coming on in. Actually, a bit of a waste, but will ward away vehicles out from the area for the time being. Well, they really need to remove at least the crits on that thing. I mean, stunning is really, really overpowered, especially for that thing where it already does a lot of damage. There goes that AT gun. Two Su-85s are now out on the field, hitting the Maxim team. This thing's very low in health. Those units are just outside the radius. There goes the Tiger tank. Main gun will blitz away. Two Sherman Fireflies are still alive. Ooh, damage engine. There must have been an AT mine he hit over there. Scavenger artillery onto the forward HQ, which is a huge problem. Will not go down. Forward retreat has been initiated. Oh, the Kenworth did in fact destroy it. Slight animation bug where it just remains there. Oh well. Nice little grave, actually. Giant grave. The VPs are greatly going down in favor of the Axis players. Only at 400 or 130 some left versus 67. Ooh, going over in front of the railroad track, but gets destroyed out, gets abandoned. The spread groups can do quite a bit of damage. Even the combat engineers can do quite a bit of damage for heavy engineers. He has quite a bit of manpower. He can forward Su-85, and by the time that gets done, he would have another. Slight oversight, I would say. Large number of flamers in the area. Su-85 hitting the Panzer IV. Didn't we? We'll lose that combat engineer. Could go ahead and upgrade this one with a flamethrower, then grab that one. Have dual flamethrower. No longer can. Still in the area. Panzer IV may rush him down. No, hitting the combat engineer is a bit of a problem. And that is not the capture point. This is the capture point, the VP. Jagdpanzer 1, I think that one has been rebuilt. And the engineers with their MGs can slowly wood away. You see the airburst artillery that will destroy the enemy Vickers. The points are relatively even now. This is now do or die for both sides. The game will end shortly with one side being the victor, but who will the victor be? Heavy engineers are getting hit. This one has a main gun destroyed. The Veteran C-3 is still alive. Multiple Stugs now out on the field. The Tiger tank is still alive. Lost a number of engineers, however, and he's at population cap, so he needs actually not reinforce anything, just reinforce pioneers. Ooh. This stroke is trying to get the last shot in, but it's one shot away from death of itself.
One of our panzers has been destroyed.
Artillery pieces running on in. They're Veteran C2, Veteran C1. At Veteran C1, they gained the additional rounds, I think from 8 to 10 rounds. Maybe it was 12. No, I think it was 8 to 12. And the left 18 automatically, by default, has 10. I think. I know that. I just know that the ML20 gets plus 2 rounds in comparison to the left 18. You got Airborne, the Airland Field Officer, which he's using the Heroic Charge, which greatly reduces the received accuracy of these nearby units, will force a fall back. CP, one of them has been captured, the other one's currently captured. Their tickets at 40%. We do got the Scavenger Artillery. He needs at least decapture it. All he really needs to do is decapture it. That will stall the game long enough. He won't have... Actually, he may have captured. This one's not being suppressed. Tiger Tank now running in, but the artillery's also in. One down auto, he won't capture it. Ooh, but getting hit by the Su-85. One of them's a bit low in health. We do got the back one with the focus sight. We do got the super close air support. This can be spelled nasty, especially the one that's focus sight, which is stalling out the other one, so these may both go down. Oh, barely does not. Point will be recaptured. There's also double capture in favor of the Axis players. With only 30 tickets left, this is one big comeback. Looks like the Allies has in fact surrendered. This is Agion saying thank you for watching and signing off.